Welcome back, Eagle fans, to this week's edition of the Mike Fuller Show. The Eagles are coming off a decisive victory over the Hershey Huskies last Friday night. Coach, how you doing?
Doing great.
You know, I've been looking forward to asking you some questions about this game. We seem to be a two-half team, either the first half or the second half. And this week, you know, we went into the locker room at the end of the first half down 8-7, and it was kind of a crazy first half. Speak to that half.
Well, it was a crazy first half. But first, I want to say our defense played 4 quarters. They came out ready to play. They did a great job all night. They have a running back and quarterback in Cedric Battle that was extremely hard to tackle. I thought our guys did a great job all night, and it really kept us in the game because of a subpar first half that we had by the offensive side of the ball. Now, let's give some credit to Hershey as well. They had some guys. We haven't really faced too many guys like their defensive end, number 15, and some of the players they had over there. And they got after us pretty good. They gave us all kinds of fits, and we didn't execute well. But you know, we got something going right before half, got us a touchdown, and I'd say the story of the first half was we didn't execute like we could, and they played great, but our defense held us in the game.
Yeah, well, I told you, I think we were talking after the game, and I frankly wasn't expecting it, but it didn't take long to see that from a talent-wise and an athletic standpoint, that was the most athletic team that we have played thus far. They were amazing.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Coach, I know what the words that are spoken in a locker room at halftime are somewhat sacred, and I did slip in the door for a minute and acted like a mouse because I didn't want to be seen or attract any attention to myself. But what occurred in the second half was frankly amazing to me, considering how athletic that team was. You know, without revealing the specifics of what was said, what happened in there?
Well, you know, it's a good question. Not a whole lot happened in there, really. We spent about 5 minutes talking about maintaining our composure. And I think, you know, there were some things that happened in the game. We got a lot of penalties. The other team had a lot of penalties. And then I think sometimes that can distract you. We weren't just focused on every single play doing exactly what we needed to do. So really just talked about maintaining our composure, not falling in, not becoming part of a fight. If you're pushed, don't push back. If you're talked to, don't talk back. Just play the next play and execute like you're supposed to. So I talked to him about if we maintain our composure, we will win the second half and it will be great. On top of that, we made a couple of adjustments. Our kids are smart. They do a great job of learning on the board or making an adjustment, changing the blocking scheme up here or there or a pass route. I'm not going to get too into what we did, but we made a few adjustments. They executed them to perfection, and it made all the difference in the second half.
Well, and I know that at the end, right before we came out for halftime, you told the team to come together, and all the coaches left, everybody left. You left the players in there alone, and I still don't know, and I don't think that you know what was said. But whatever was said, they did come together, and they played an incredible second half.
Right. You know, it's the guys and the players that have to make they're the ones that have to decide, the guys in the field. It doesn't really matter what you call or what you do as coaches if they haven't decided to win the football game. So I just left them alone to say whatever they needed to say, and apparently they said some of the right things.
Well, whoever spoke said the right thing, that's for sure. Now this week we've got the Gainesville Leopards. Tell us what you know about them so far, looking at them on film.
Looking at them on film, they have a tremendous defense. They've you know, all year they have not given up very many points. I think one game they gave up a few, but for the most part they've either won in a low-scoring game or lost in a really low scoring game. Offensively, they've struggled at times. They've had some injuries, but what I see, they have a good offensive line. They get after you. They run a wing tee, which is not something you see all the time nowadays. They've got an athletic quarterback and good guys that can carry the ball. I think their premier player, their best running back, has been out for most of this season. I'm not exactly sure why, but defensively that's where they plan on winning football games. They've got a really stingy defense. They're strong up front. Their defensive line is probably as good as any we've seen all year. They fly around and they're physical, and they're fighting for the same thing we are, for the best seed they can possibly get in the playoffs. And looking at their schedule, if they win out, there's a chance that they can finish second. So we gotta make sure that we give them our best attention all week, and we come out with a great game plan and a great effort to try to get number 4 this week.
Well, everybody's looking forward to it, and like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing number 4 go down in the record books. But you know, I think it's time that we get our community involved again. It's time for you to be on the hot seat. Awesome. With our Around the Town question.
Go.
Hi, I'm Myra. Hi, Coach Fuller. I don't know much about football, so why should I come watch a game?
Well, Myra, thank you for your question. You know, I don't think you have to know a lot about football to come to a football game and enjoy it. But if I had to answer that question, why would you come to a Decatur football game? Well, there's a lot of kids at this high school that work extremely hard that are on display on Friday nights. You've got not just the football players who put in a lot of time, but you've got band members who spend countless hours getting ready for their halftime performance. You've got drill team, you've got cheerleaders, you've got all kinds of groups that represent some of the finest things that we have to offer as our school and our schools in general. So I think those things are on display every Friday night across the country and throughout the state. And it's a great thing to come and celebrate and see just people coming to support their hometown and support the Decatur Eagles. So thank you for your question, and please come out to the game.
Coach, there's one more reason that Myra should come out to a football game. It's my understanding that this week is going to be the start of a contest, quarter-by-quarter contest, for the best Decatur Eagle fan in the stands. So quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4, there will be some judging of who's the most exciting, most fun fan in the stands, and prizes will be awarded. So Myra, come on out and win something. Well, Decatur fans, normally we have a Remember When in Decatur football question, and this week I'm just going to go ahead and do it myself. Having been a resident of Decatur for just about 3 months, I do have a Remember When. I remember when in Decatur football all the way back to last Monday night when Decatur, Texas made the national news on Monday Night Football for loving football so much that they want their fans to come out Friday night, that they moved the trick-or-treating portion of Halloween to Thursday night. John Gruden mentioned it on Monday Night Football and said, that's a town I'd like to live in. Coach, do you remember when that happened?
I do remember when that happened. I would first like to say I had absolutely nothing to do with that change. But I would also say that in 22 years of coaching, I've seen it happen numerous times. And I would bet if you went back into Decatur history, it's probably happened before. It's just that the trick-or-treaters never really go through a full cycle of Friday being a home football game for Halloween 2 times in their trick-or-treating career because they grow up and they move on. I even got a call from the CBS Evening News on Monday night about it, but I think it really, if you ask me, I think it's a good thing because I think it's just being sensitive to the kids. I remember trick-or-treating when I was little. It was a lot of fun, and it sure would have been a bummer to do it on a night when a lot of people aren't home. So I think they're just trying to make it a better night where more people will be at home to be able to give out candy and make it a special night for the kids.
And all you kids that are trick-or-treating, save some of that candy, eat a bunch of it about an hour before the game so you'll be sugared up and rowdy, right?
Right. And I'll try to bring some candy to the game. If you want to trick-or-treat, come up to me with a costume on after the game. Hopefully I'll have something for you.
Excellent. Well, Coach, this show's mostly about football, but there's some other sports and some other kids in this school that are really doing well. And we've got a couple of district champions just this week here at the high school. volleyball and cross country. You want to say a few words about them?
Yeah, first of all, I was able to go to the cross-country meet, the district meet the other day. They competed well. It was a dominating performance by our girls. Our boys, gutted it out and got the victory. So they're both going to regionals this week, so we're excited about that. And our volleyball team, you can't help but be impressed if you watch them play. I mean, they compete, they get after it. I would sure hate to get hit in the face by one of the balls that they hit, because they're great and they're fun to watch. And I think this, I don't want to speak incorrectly, but I believe it's 6 or 7 district championships in a row.
Wow.
And I think there's a span in there of several years where they haven't lost a set in a district match. So that's domination at its best, and we are certainly proud of them and want to wish them all the best of luck in pursuing another state championship game, and hope that some of their luck and some of their, well, I wouldn't call it luck, some of their dominance can carry over to some other sports and help out the football team.
No kidding. And in fact, as highly as you speak of the Lady Eagles volleyball team, we have a few of the seniors with us.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Ludacris going in on the verse, cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky for the homies that ain't making it, my folks locked down. I never went nowhere, but they saying Luda's back. Blame it on that contour, the hood call it Luda Yak. And I'm on this foolish track, so I spit my foolish.
Here we are with the senior members of the 2014 Decatur Eagle Lady Volleyball team that's just won their district championship. Y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Stormy. I'm number 1 and I'm the setter.
Hi, I'm Michaela. I'm number 11 and I'm an outside hitter.
Hi, I'm Kaylin. I'm number 16 and I'm an outside hitter.
Hi, I'm Cooper. I'm number 10 and I'm a right side hitter.
Hi, I'm Taylor. I'm number 9 and I'm a defensive specialist.
Hi, I'm Marta. I'm number 7 and I'm DS2. Hi, I'm Morgan and I'm the manager. Hi, I'm Brittany and I'm the other manager.
Okay, so this is a football show, but we wanted to have y'all on here because y'all have had such a great season. But I'll be honest with you, I've been to a volleyball game. I kind of know how it's played. You knock it over the net and hope it hits the ground before the other team can knock it back over to you. So some of the positions, all right, that I heard y'all say you played, explain to people that are watching the show a little bit about what, like Stormy, what does a setter really do?
My job as a setter is to make the hitters look good. I run the offense on the court and do my best to set the hitters up with the best opportunity to kill the ball.
To do what?
Kill the ball.
Okay, so that's what an outside hitter does?
Yes.
All right, so one of you all that are outside hitters, tell us, like, what's your real job and what makes for a good set that Stormy would give you?
Well, personally, I like sets that are low and tight, so I have a better opportunity to hit it harder. But I get a majority of it out of system balls, which aren't the perfect passes, and I have to get them in play. And I guess I'm just like there. Stormy's not able to set the middle or right side.
Okay, so defensive players. I heard a couple of people say they were defensive specialists. Does that mean you play on the back row?
Yes.
Okay, just kind of explain to people that, like me, don't know a lot about volleyball, just kind of what that means and what your job is
Like the back row.
and what your responsibility is.
Our responsibility is to dig up the balls for the setters so they can get good hits, good sets to the hitters. And so if we don't make good passes, then it doesn't set up a good opportunity for our setters to set up our hitters to eventually make a point.
Well, you girls have had an incredible season, apparently. Winning district last week with a win over Springtown. What do you, Stormy, I'll ask you. You seem to be the spokesperson. What do you give credit to for having such a great season? I know that you guys won state last year and you just kind of carried on the tradition, so what do you credit that success with?
I credit a lot of our success to our bond as a team. I think we get along really well, and because we hang out so much outside of volleyball, our bond has grown even stronger, so it like, translates onto the court, and we're able to have a lot of success just with the chemistry of our team.
So have all of y'all played together for quite a while?
Well, besides Marta, because she's a foreign exchange student, we've all played together since we were in like 7th grade, so we've always been around each other.
5th grade.
In some
Wow.
5th grade. So we've always been together, and I think that helps us out a lot too.
So what does it feel like to know that you're a senior and this is it?
I think we all get really sad. We might not act like it all the time, and we'd be like really excited to get out of Decatur. But being around our friends all the time and then going to never being around him will be a hard change, and I think that in this volleyball season we're trying to really soak all our moments up together and really make some good memories.
That's awesome. So do we know, is there a playoff schedule yet? Do we know where we're going to be, who we're going to play, anything like that?
Next week we'll have a playoff game either Monday or Tuesday, possibly against Venus, and that should be in Chisholm Trail. But after that, we're not sure because it depends on how everything else pans out.
Okay. So do y'all have like, when you have like a timeout, do y'all have like a break thing or a chant or anything?
This year we opted for a simple term to break out to, and it's team, and it's just kind of a thing to reiterate what we should be focused on.
Let's do it.
Right now?
Yeah, right now. That's going to be how we end it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, what do I do?
We say team on
Yeah.
3, and then we'll go on 2.
Yeah,
You go out like that?
Team on 3.
Team on 3 down.
Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
What'd she say?
Okay, here we go. Here
Team
we go.
on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team.
My son is going to disown me now. Here we are with this week's feature player, Nate Watkins, number 62. Nate's a junior. Nate, you played offensive line your entire football career, pretty much, correct?
Right.
And this Friday night, some circumstances developed, and you had recently just started playing center. Is that right?
Right.
What positions were you playing before that?
Both right tackle and left tackle.
Okay. And Friday night, you really didn't expect to be thrown into that game and have to play center, did you?
No, I did not.
But that did happen. How was it?
It was really fun. I was nervous at the beginning, but
Well, I would have been nervous too with that guy across from me. That guy was huge.
he was.
Yeah? So you did an incredible job. What was the most difficult thing you think about just being thrown in with very little preparation, and what was most difficult for you?
Just focusing on my snaps was key for me. Had to get the snaps first, my blocks second, and I think I did that pretty well.
I think you executed it very, very well, and it got you on the coach's show, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nate. Coach, I know you're ready, and we're ready. The whole community's behind you. Halloween's been moved to Thursday, so the ball game this Friday night, 7:30, your Decatur Eagles against the Gainesville Leopards. And remember, Eagle fight never dies. Thanks for watching.